Welcome back. It's that time. It's time for the news. And there's some big news from my homeland. The United Kingdom has a new leader. It was announced today that former Finance Minister Rishi Sunak will be the UK's next Conservative Prime Minister following Boris Johnson and Liz Truss. There it is. British politics solved. Now, I should say, we tape the show around 4 p.m, so by the time this show airs, there could already be somebody else in there, we don't know. As a man of Punjabi Indian descent, he is the first person of colour to lead the UK, and as a 42-year-old, he's the first Prime Minister who almost certainly owned a Limp Bizkit CD. I mean, how old are you now?
I'm 38.
38?
Yeah.
I mean, if you jumped into politics now...
Yeah.
You reckon you could be president of the United States by 42?
4 more years? Mm. If I'm racist against the right people. I got it locked up.
So true.
Don't owe me, owe America.
Yeah.
Sunak is taking over the job, of course, after Liz Truss abruptly resigned from office last Thursday. Truss only lasted 44 days on the job, making her the shortest-serving Prime Minister in British history. I mean, it is one way to become the answer to a trivia question, isn't it? While 44 days in office is short, having Prime Minister of the United Kingdom on her resume is almost certainly going to impress any manager that's hiring at Nando's. I always feel for America. That they don't know what Nando's is. How many Americans here know what Nando's is? Put your hand up. See, not many. Not many. Not a lot.
Piri piri.
Yeah, peri-peri sauce. Yeah. You know what I did? You know what I did the other day?
What's that?
Hot Ones.
Oh.
Yeah. You know the show Hot Ones? You know the...
Did you survive?
Yeah, did all 10.
What?
Did it. Did the lot.
How did it go?
Not great.
No.
It was not pleasant. I mean, I love Sean, loved the thing, loved doing it. It was incredible. I think I drunk 7 pints of milk.
Yeah.
Honestly, 7 pints of milk.
Is ice cream an option? Did you eat ice cream? Because that's how I would go.
Well, they bring you ice cream at the end because I think perhaps eating ice cream in between all of them could make you feel... I don't know.
Yeah.
But I had milk, and then they bring you ice cream at the end, and there was one moment where I honestly felt like my mouth was going to explode. I was just like, oh! Yeah. The thing is with me is I consider, like, Tabasco to be hot sauce.
Yeah.
That's how... Oh, yeah, I know. Oh. Why did you do it? Yeah, it was... I loved doing it, but I didn't... I mean, the whole... The lips, the whole thing.
How were you afterwards?
Fine until about 3 a.m.
Yep. That's about right.
And then I think it would be ungentlemanly of me...
Certainly.
...to share any other details about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like when kids knock the side off a fire hydrant kind of thing, right? Yeah.
There's a song about it.
Yeah. Ring of Fire.
There it is. Liz Truss lasted just 44 days on the job, and yet, somehow, Nick Bernstein keeps hanging on. I mean, cheers to you, Nick. I don't know how you do it. I mean, it's incredible.
I didn't even know you could resign, or else I would have a long time ago, probably.
In other political news, did you see this? On Friday, former Trump advisor Steve Bannon was sentenced to 4 months in jail for defying a January 6th committee subpoena. Obviously, Bannon is appealing, which is a sentence even Steve Bannon has never heard before. 4 months is a terrible length of time for a prison sentence. Like, it's long enough to know you're in prison, but not long enough to get absolutely jacked. You can't make inroads, do you know, on your triceps. Yeah.
Yeah. No, some of these are jokes and some of these are just like great observations.
They're just facts. That's the truth of it. Bannon has been sentenced to jail. I feel like this should have happened already. Don't you? Like, but maybe that's because Steve Bannon always looks like he just got out of jail. And there's a new election controversy to tell you about. An Italian mayor is now facing backlash and claims of a rigged election. Yeah. Oh, and I should probably mention this. The mayor is a cat. It's true. The town has a history of electing a cat as an honorary mayor of animals. I just love that an Italian cat was sworn in as mayor, and that isn't the controversial part of this story. Opponents say the election was rigged, but the cat has defended itself. He was like, I promise, the only thing fixed is me. There is no noise like it when you hear cats having a fight, is
No.
there? There's no noise like it.
You know exactly what's happening.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the noise.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Have you ever walked in like a room or anything when, like, we used to have a cat. And one time I walked into our kitchen and there was our cat and another cat in our kitchen. You know, because it's a cat, so it needs its own door to your house. It's the best thing about being a cat. And so, there was two cats, our cat and a cat I didn't know, and the food was like in between them, and the two of them were just doing this. Right. They were doing this. I opened the door. So I opened the door. Right? I opened the door. One of them goes like that. And as soon as he does that, the other one just bang, gone. And that was it. Full fight around the whole estate.
Yeah. This is a safe space, right?
It certainly feels it.
Right. Do British cats meow different?
It's an excellent question.
Right?
It's an extraordinarily good question.
Yeah.
I imagine they do.
Right.
Yes.
Because you've heard American cats.
I have.
You've heard British cats.
Yes. It's similar,
Yeah.
but one is just ever so slightly looking down on you more than the other.
Right.
That's the truth. And it's up to you to decide which is which. And finally, did you see this? A company is now offering custom sneakers that are made specifically for horses. Seriously, the retailer takes branded shoes for humans and then repurposes them to fit a horse's hoof, right? Here's an example here. Look at that. Finally. Finally, your horse can run around in Air Force Ones the way God intended. If I want to see someone running around in expensive sneakers while wearing nothing else, I'll just go to Ian's at the weekend. That's all sneakers for horses, or, as they're also known, Mare Jordans. Do you see what we did there? Do you get it? We'll be right back, everybody.